Okay, so let's work together to make our feeling chart. So what you're going to see here is I've already drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big circles and one half circle. Now, if you're not feeling too good about drawing your circles, maybe there's a grown-up around or an older brother or sister or somebody that can help you with drawing the circles, because it's the part in the circles that's the most important part that I want you to know how to draw. So if it helps to have somebody else draw your circles, that's totally cool. Okay, so let's get started talking about the different feelings we're going to put on our feeling chart. So I'm going to start at the bottom and move up here. And we're going to make the different feelings so that when you're having trouble expressing or talking about which feelings you're having, you can always point or look at the chart and think, what am I feeling right now? So let's start with confused. Okay, so to make our confused face, the first thing we're going to draw is the big cloud above the head. So drawing a cloud, you just want to make lots and lots of little half circles, like this. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. Lots and lots of little half circles. Now you're going to put what looks kind of like a tree trunk on your half circles, just like that. So this is supposed to look like an explosion. You can add some stuff to your cloud at the top of the tree trunk, that part of the explosion. So this is when your head feels like it's gonna explode because there's so much going on. Now, because if you've ever seen an explosion, when there's an explosion or even like a balloon popping, everything goes right? And things are jarred and edges are shaky. So we're gonna make those. We're gonna make lots of sharp edges, just like that at the top of our confused face. Okay, let's move into the face itself. We're going to make a hill, just like this at the bottom of our face to make an unhappy looking mouth. And then we're going to put in our eyes. There we go. We have our confused face. Let's move on to our angry face. It has some similarities to confused. The first similarity is the mouth. Again, is our hill to make an unhappy looking mouth. Next, we're going to draw our eyes. Leave some room above the eyes though, because the last part is very, very important. Now that you've got your eyes, it's time to make angry eyebrows, and they are just going to be a part of a triangle that just goes like this, down, up, just like that. And there we have our angry face. Okay, let's move up a little bit from angry and let's do our sad face. Again, very similar to confused and angry, only there's a little less going on in the sad and upset face. Oh dear, Gizmo's coming to visit again. Gizmo, we're trying to draw. Can you hang on? And I'll give you some attention. Just a minute. Okay, don't worry, we'll do a video with Gizmo pretty soon here too. All right, so let's make our sad face. We're going to do that hill that's going to be that sad looking mouth and our eyes. Okay, you know what? If you're feeling very creative, you could look in your colored pencils or your crayons or your markers and see if you've got a blue, and then you could even make a tear on your sad and upset face if you wanted to. Okay, let's make a happy face, because we know that we're not always going to be these emotions. We know that at times we always will go back to happy, and that's something to remember. No matter what your emotions are, you will feel happy again. Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget that we always will go back to feeling happy. So let's make our happy face, and it's in the middle for a reason, because no matter what's going on around the edges, you will always go back to happy again. So let's make our happy face. Now, instead of making a hill, a sad mouth, we're going to make a happy mouth. We're going to make a smiling mouth. Okay? And we're going to make our eyes. There we go. And I'm going to add some smiley cheeks. Just a couple little lines on the top of our mouth. So no matter where you are in the big circle, remember we will always feel happy again. Okay, let's talk about sick. I'm going to find a different colored pen for sick. I'm going to look. Ooh, I knew I had a really yucky green one in here. Okay, because when I think about feeling sick, I think about getting sick to my stomach. Ugh. So I'm going to make my sick face with my green pen. Okay, so I'm going to make a sad mouth because it's no fun to feel sick. Okay, and the lines like we used for happy, we're going to put those on the bottom when we feel sick. Ugh, it's not fun. Then I'm going to make my eyes. And then I'm going to give my sick face some worry eyebrows because it's not fun to feel sick. No, it's not. All right, let's move up to scared. Okay, scared's a bit of a tricky one. So we're going to start by making an oval. Kind of like an egg shape, but a little bit longer. Once you've made your oval, you're going to cut it in half with a line, just like that. And then you're going to finish off making your teeth. Okay, because you want it to look like you're gritting your teeth, which we do when we're scared. All those parts of our bodies that get different and in high alert when we're scared, gritting our teeth is often one of them. Okay, now let's add our eyeballs to our scared face. Good. And now we're going to add our scared eyebrows, just like this. See how the eyebrows are a little bit different depending on how we're feeling? Sometimes the expression on our face tells a lot to people about how we're feeling. And remember, if you're feeling scared and there isn't a good reason, that can be a problem. Okay, like I said with the last video, if you're being chased by a lion and you're scared and your heart's beating faster and you're breathing more and your whole body is shaking and ready to go and do stuff, that's a normal reaction when you're scared. But if there is not a lion chasing you, if there's nothing that's happening that's really should be making you scared and your body is still reacting that way, that can become a problem. Okay, let's go to our over it face. So we've been doing our eyes like this. We're going to make big eyes. One big eye that's open in the middle. Two big eyes that are open in the middle. Okay? And we're going to put some little eyeballs just at the top, some smaller circles just at the top like this. And then our mouth isn't happy or sad. It's just flat. Remember, over it as well can become a problem if you start to lose interest in things that you normally enjoy, if you just want to sleep all the time. That's when over it can become a problem. So I want you to use your chart of all your different feelings whenever you need to talk about how you're feeling that day. And even to look at it by yourself, if you want to think to yourself, okay, how do I feel today? Maybe you can look and maybe you can identify one of these feelings that tell you how you're feeling. And then maybe that will help you tell somebody you trust what's going on the inside, even if they can't always tell on the outside. Bye now.